Hey, yo, guys, what's up? It's your boy Jesse coming to you today with another video here in the Philippines. It's been a nice rainy morning. It stopped raining. It's not raining now. So I'm able to get out, go for a small walk, short walk. Probably won't be a very long video. Feeling a little under the weather. I have been for the past few days. Yesterday, though, I think was the peak of it. But we'll see. So let's get into the video. Today, I would like to talk about some top 5 things I wish I had known before moving to the Philippines. As many of you know, I've been staying here since July 4th of last year, of 2024. So these are some of the things I wish I had known beforehand. The first thing I wish I had known before I had decided to move here was how much the airfare would cost to get here. I had booked in advance, but it was still pretty expensive. The airfare from Kentucky, which is where I was at, to here in total like 1,600 or 1,900, 700, somewhere between there. It was between 1,500 and $2,000. And the reason being is that when you come to the Philippines on a tourist visa, you have to have a return ticket. And so you have to show that you can at least return back to your country. So I ended up getting the round trip ticket, but I extended my, the return flight has to be within 30 days when you arrive. So I arrived on July 4th, I think. It would be like August 3rd. I'd have to have my return date by that time. Obviously, I'm still here because I extended my tourist visa, but that's something I wish I'd known. There are ways to deal with that. What I did is I was able to get insurance on my flight and got my money reimbursed for the flight. And so when I go back to the States, because I got to go back to the States sometime within the next few months to fix some bank issues and things like that. When I go back to the States, I'll have to redo that whole process again, and it's not going to be fun. Be prepared for that if you're coming to the Philippines on a tourist visa. Be prepared to. I would recommend getting insurance on your ticket if you plan on staying past the 30-day, because otherwise you would just lose your money. Good morning. You'll just end up losing hundreds of dollars in flight ticket cost. The second thing that I wish I had known when I moved to the Philippines is that there are people here who, how can I say this? They see me as a foreigner, as a white American, and they think, oh, he's not from here. This is true in Manila. Now, this is where I'm at right now in the province. I haven't seen this, but there are people who see you as a foreigner. They know you don't know what's going on, and they will try to, how can I say this? It's not really a scam, but they know that you're used to paying high prices. So I'll give you an example. When I first came here, there was a guy who helped me get a vehicle, and it was like 5 minutes of help. So I gave him 500 pesos. He's like, oh, what about 1K? And because I was already so stressed out trying to figure everything out, I just went ahead and gave him 1.5, which is a lot of money. There are people who will do that. Know that you are foreigner, that you're used to paying a lot of money, and they will try and use that to get more money. Now, that was the first time, though, I came to Manila. The second time I came, that did not happen. I didn't even see those people there. Maybe they had cracked down on that kind of behavior, which is good for tourists. It's good for local people, because I guess there's tourists who look at issues like that and it gives the Filipino people a bad name when it shouldn't, because I've been living here since last year, and as far as I know, that's the only time I've ever been in that kind of situation where I just give extra money just because it'd be normal to give that in the USA. So that's reason number two. That's number two on the things I wish I had known before moving to the Philippines. The next thing I wish I had known before moving to the Philippines is that there are a lot of, what's it called? Typhoons, I think. Typhoons, I think that's what it's called here. Good morning. There's not been a lot recently, but I think it's because it's not that time of the season yet. But last year, I think it's roughly between the months of September to December or something like that. It was like one after the next, after the next, after the next. And if any of y'all know, I am terrified of deep water. I'm terrified of flooding. I can't swim. It's just funny, me being in the army and not knowing how to swim and all. But I think in the army they transport you mostly via plane. So if you crash in the ocean, you're probably going to die. So they didn't think you needed to know how to swim. But there's a lot, and that causes a lot of flooding. I wish I had known that beforehand, so I could just be more prepared for the shock. Honestly, that's what it is. I was just completely shocked at how often it happened during those times of the year. It's not happening, as far as I know, not where I'm living. It's not happening in a few months. But my fiance said next, or it will happen again. That's number three. That's thing number three that I wish I'd known. Number four, this kind of goes back to number two, but it's not bad. Number four, if you're a foreigner, especially an American, white American, as far as I know, it may apply to other foreigners, but it definitely applies to me. You'll get a lot of looks. I don't know so much about Manila, but definitely in the province, you will know people are looking at you. At first, I didn't like it because I have a little bit of anxiety. So if someone's looking at me, I get a little paranoid and trying to figure out why they're looking at me. But then I just, I ended up accepting it. That's just how it is. I'm not used to it. I've lived in the USA my whole life. I've lived in Kentucky the majority of my life, and I guess it's the normal look in Kentucky. So probably most people are just shocked. And I would say a lot of them are excited to see someone from a different culture because they don't get to see that a lot. So I would say a lot of it comes down to excitement. It's not bad. They don't mean anything bad by it. I know in USA, you're staring at someone, it's considered rude, but it's not like that here, especially in the province. You'll get it a lot from younger people, but there are older people that do it too. And then the last thing I wish I had known before moving to the Philippines is how in the province, how many homes they don't come furnished with aircon or hot water, or refrigerators or that kind of stuff. You have to buy all that stuff yourself. I wish I'd known that. I would have been more prepared. I guess I could have studied on it a little bit, found out, but I didn't. And if this is for all you watching, just be prepared for that. The cost of living is cheaper, but you will have to furnish most, if not all, the stuff. Well, that. Good morning. Are you okay? Always. As you can see, the people there are so good. But with that, guys, I'm going to leave it and let you guys decide what's best for you. Have a great day. Know that you are valuable and you matter. God bless.